welcome you to Los Angeles. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And our starting pitcher here today, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The pitch. Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And that's a little bit high. And it's 2-0. That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. At the belt and fires. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. That's inside. And that's ball one. Ohtani, a former rookie of the year, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, one strike.
The 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 away here in the top of the first.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Austin Riley. That one's in there. Strike one.
0-1.
Two outs, base is empty. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
2 outs. Wouldn't chase that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
back here at Chavez Ravine. And going for Atlanta, Spencer Strider. What should we keep an eye on here?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Bottom of the first, Mookie Betts will get us started. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. The wind of the pitch. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next pitch is in the dirt. 2-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Freddie Freeman delivered a masterclass in 2023. Freeman and Betts fed off of each other's success, and it helped Freeman produce a .977 OPS, 29 home runs, and more than 100 RBIs. That's a great season.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
It can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And they'll do it again. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Right-hander kick steals. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 down, nobody on. Bounce to the left side. Fires over to first. And they get the out on Smith. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, Matt Olson up to the plate. Olson coming off an amazing 2023 campaign. Prodigious power numbers, and he cut his strikeout rate. Ohtani back to work. Ohtani, a former MVP, he throws a slurve, a 4-seamer, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. This one in the air. Lux gets under it. And there's one away.
That is good. The designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. way
ball,
high.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Berg. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. No score here in the second. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Braves go down quickly here. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in L.A. Now here is Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, it takes so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now the center fielder, James Outman. That one well upstairs, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have it.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Outside. The 1-1.
0-2.
Just missed. Muncy leads off first with one away. And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Chris Taylor now. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And here it comes. Gets the call, and that is strike 2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Pitch misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Missed with a changeup. The count now 2 and 2. 2 on, 1 out.
Count full.
In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. To third, and that one finds its way through. Muncy on his horse around third, and he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. 1-0.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Pretty tough for the infielder to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Here's Jason Hayward. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
1-1.
One out. Runners at first and second. And there's a foul ball. Strider, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Left-hand hitter waits. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
A good fastball changeup combo has always been devastating for hitters, and that was a great example of that at bat. Changeup, fastball, changeup, and he goes down on just 3 pitches. And as a hitter, once you're down 0-2 in that spot, you have no idea what to sit on. You got a 50-50 chance when you guess. So I'm sure that changeup looked like a fastball almost the entire way to the plate.
And now it's Gavin Lux. That's in there, and that is strike one.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and here's the catcher, Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy.
The pitch. Right through there for a strike. That one way outside, and now it's even 1-1. Big swing and a miss.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got him swinging. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Jared Kelenic. Wouldn't chase that time. And he deals. Fought off foul. Now a slow roller to second. To first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting up, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Here's Orlando Arcia. swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. The Braves trailing by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. A little bit high, and the count is 1-1. Here comes a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a pitch. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Muncy should have this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's Mookie Betts. Why to kick the pitch? Foul ball there.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
On the ground to third. Whips it across, and Betts is gone.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That ball's carrying. Caught just shy of the wall.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind's kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that one a little bit high. Two outs. Pitch misses outside. Now 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And the righty deals. And downstairs. And Will Smith will take his base. He's got a really good eye. You talk about an offensive player controlling the strike zone. Will Smith controls the strike zone. Runner at first with 2 away. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. They say it went.
0-1.
The pitch. Ground ball right side. Albies. They take the force out, and that ends the inning. One left for LA, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch. Just missed.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Albies swings through it for strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Acuna gets his lead at first, nobody out.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Kicks and deals.
1 ball.
In the dirt. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up right side. Makes the grab, and there's one down. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Here goes the runner. It's a pitch out. Throw, save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Tying run in scoring position. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And another ball. Got him. And now 2 gone.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Here's Matt Olson. First time up was a pop out. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Kicks and fires. Swings and misses. Out number 3. Braves strand 1. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Outman in his 2nd season, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
The 1-2. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. And a pitch. Rocketed out towards right center. Acuna flashes the leather on the running catch.
Now back, left fielder.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch misses.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
One down. Here comes Chris Taylor. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Runner takes off. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. Jason Hayward steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Pitch misses there. 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down. Wouldn't chase that time. Up and in, and that's ball 3. Gavin Lux up next. Pitch is in there. 3-1. And the right-hander deals. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And down on strikes. And that will end the inning. So the Dodgers leave one, but they still lead it 1-0. Here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the top of the 5th. Here's a big power threat. Marcell Ozuna. The right-hander back to work. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
You know, these Braves, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Ball to strike. The pitch. And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Smith gets it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. Wouldn't chase that time. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Late on that fastball.
2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slur.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
So here's Murphy now. And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's ball
And
2.
another ball. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Here's a 3-0. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Righty delivers. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 3-2. And he walked him.
Nope. Ball 4.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Kelman batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez settles underneath it. Nabs it. And that is that. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail here 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And the batter now, Gavin Lux.
The second baseman, Gavin.
Strider back to work. Ball 1, no strikes. And that's in for a strike. The wind of the pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kelman tracks it down for the out.
Up next is Bob. Not shortstop.
And now it's Mookie Betts. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Turns and fires to Betts. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now batting. The first
Now the
baseman,
number 2 hitter, Freddie Freeman.
Freeman.
Check swing, no appeal. On the corner for a strike. And the count even at 1. And a pitch. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. Back here in L.A., all set for the top of the sixth. And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. And the right-hander back to work. Swings through that one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Next offering is in the dirt. Righty to the plate. And the count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one fouled off. The Braves down by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back there. And it's gone. Home run. That's one way to quiet the crowd. And we're all square. It's 1-1.
Acuna is someone who is always just a swing away from doing something special. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets to jog around the bases. Good for him.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. First pitch, and he just misses. And here it comes. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Ball, 1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bounced up the middle. Jump throw across his body. He's in there.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
One gone, runner at first. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. The pitch. That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Move to first. Albies dives back in. Albies at first, 1 gone. Got him looking. 2 out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. That's a strike. 0-1. Now move to first. Albies dives back in. Fouled off. He was late. Two outs. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one's got a chance. Hauls it in on the warning track. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. The wind of the pitch. On the ground to third, and he grabs it foul. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. And he deals. And that one missing low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, Arcia tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Muncy digs in. 1 for 2. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to 1 velocity and stay there.
Ball 1 there. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. Score remains tied 1-1. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off, Marcell Ozuna. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough sixth inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
This one popped up. And there's one down. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away. And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future.
That one is absolutely belted. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. The relay throw, not in time. He's safe.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
So one gone with a runner at third. And next for Atlanta, Sean Murphy. Just off the inside edge. The 1-0. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. With the go-ahead run at third, here in the top half of inning number 7. And another ball. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
On the ground at first. Play at the plate, safe, and they take the lead. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Ohtani will depart, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Daniel Hudson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One down, runner at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jared Kellner.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. That was blasted to the moon, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And, you know, he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Base is empty, one away. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. Strike one. Hudson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 37 years young. And he was a 5th-round pick back in 2008. One down, base is empty. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back. And it's off the batter's eye. They go back to back, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So the lineup flips over. Ronald Acuna Jr. digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. Jump throw. They get the out on Acuna.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength.
Now on the bump, Ryan Yarbrough. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Ryan Yarbrough.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. And a good eye there. On the ground, right side. Lux throws to first in time. And Albies is retired. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusive on the show. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess. Looking to get something going, this is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that's downstairs and outside. Two. Up the middle. Whips it to first. And Hernandez is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here comes Chris Taylor.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Slider clips the zone.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Good eye in that spot. To the right side. All these. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now back. The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's a strike. It's 0-1. That's a little bit low.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
2 down, nobody on. Right side. And that one finds its way through.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now it's the second baseman, Gavin Lux. Fastball for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Kicks and fires. Bounce to the right side. And that one handled. Whips it to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play. 1 left for LA. They're down 5-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley. The lefty fires. That one fouled off. The 0-1. That's down and in.
1 strike.
Next pitch is downstairs. And another ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a 3-1 on the way. Way out front for strike 2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Bounced up the middle. Lux sends it to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Here is Matt Olson. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Yarborough, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact.
1-1.
Fouled off left side. And the pitch. Bounce to the left side. On to first. Score at 5-3 for the second out with the third baseman shifted over there.
The designated hitter,
Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Tell fans a little bit about the difference between a cutter and a slider.
Well, a cutter looks more like a fastball, but it has that late movement like a slider that's hard to pick up. Now with the slider, it's a little slower, the spin is different, and sometimes you can recognize that, and it tends to break a lot more horizontally and vertically than the cutter.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And the Braves go down quietly. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Joe Jimenez gets the ball now.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Slapped foul. Here's the 0-2. And there's a ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Freeman in the box now. No balls and a strike. Jimenez fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. And it's fouled away.
And although you like the fact that, you know, guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Matzik, the left-hander, up and throwing. Johnson, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And a ball and two strikes. On the ground, right side. Slings to first, and Freeman is retired. Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
You know, it's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes, and it's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
Smith stands in now and watches strike one.
Off the plate, ball one.
And that's down and away. Wouldn't chase that time.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
At the belt and fires. That's in there. And it's 3-2.
full.
Two down, nobody on. That's to third. And it gets by him. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So two down. Max Muncy, the next to hit. 1 for 3. And that's outside. Ball 1. The pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Smith off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 and 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Dodgers leave 1. They're down here 5-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the 9th. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris. Yarbrough back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Off the mark there. 1-1. Bounce to third. Gathers and throws to first. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Catcher, Sean Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. The throw to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Up next for Atlanta, the left fielder,
Jarred Kelenic next up for the Braves. He's already homered in this game. That one missed. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. That one's in there. Now 1-2. Ground ball, base knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Braves 5 and the Dodgers 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Pierce Johnson. He has a great slider with tons of movement. James Outman
Leading up
now at the
for
plate.
Dodgers,
Singy,
the
you
center
got to
fielder.
appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And here it comes. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
The 0-2. Inside, just missed.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
He's 2 outs away. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And 1-2.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And another ball. Stays alive. The Braves leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Johnson fires. And a base hit into right. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now a chance for Chris Taylor.
Inside,
ball 1 and a pitch inside. Pierce Johnson fires.
Ball 2.
There's a strike and a count 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And the righty deals. Started after it, appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Hernandez leads off first with 1 away. Got him looking, and there's 2 down. So last chance for the Dodgers. And the batter now, Jason Hayward. That one misses. Ball 1. Wouldn't
Ball
chase
2.
that time.
2-0.
Right-handed reliever. Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Close one doesn't get the call. And now 3-1. And that one fouled off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.